Rejections make you stronger. That's the theme today, but I want to unpack it in a way that goes deeper than the usual motivational soundbite. Most guys, whether it's in dating, business, or life, reach a certain stage and start believing they're above rejection. They think, once I learn enough skills, once I've had enough success, I won't have to deal with rejection anymore. That's a myth. Rejection never goes away. What actually happens is that you change your relationship with it. Instead of fearing it, you start to welcome it. I've been doing cold calling for more than 15 years, and over that time I've probably made hundreds of thousands of calls. My career wasn't glamorous. It was filled with long days, no answers, people hanging up, and plenty of flat-out rejections. But I also made a few $1,000,000 from that career, and I'm still doing it today. Just yesterday, I made over 200 calls. Out of all those, I set one appointment and held one Zoom meeting. That's it. And I'm still dialing because I love the game. I'm not perfect, I'm not smooth every time, but I keep showing up. I could retire if I wanted to. I've earned enough. But what keeps me going isn't the money anymore. It's the challenge itself, the process of facing rejection and coming back anyway. That fuels me as a person. This is why I look at guys in dating who say they're above rejection, or that they don't need to cold approach, and I know they're a little bit out of touch. Cold approach, walking up to a girl you find attractive and risking rejection. That's a core part of the game. When you see a girl out and you don't say something, you know that feeling that lingers. That's its own form of rejection. You just rejected yourself before she had the chance to. Even the guys who claim they're always approaching, they still miss approaches. They still have days where they hesitate. And many of them make their approaches super indirect, just so they don't have to risk hearing a firm no. It's human, but it proves the point. Nobody is above rejection. Now let's dig deeper. I believe there's something in our DNA as men that makes this important. Historically, men were hunters. I'm not saying we're out here hunting women. That's not the point. What I'm saying is that it's in our biology to go out, to seek, to risk, to put ourselves in situations where the outcome isn't guaranteed. When you take that away and just sit inside all day, hiding from risk, something in you feels off, like you're missing a part of yourself. And when you do embrace the process, whether it's walking up to a stranger or making your 200th cold call of the day, it lights something up inside of you. It connects you to something older than yourself. Les Brown, one of the great motivational speakers, said, "Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears." And that's exactly what rejection is about. Most people don't miss out because they don't have the right words or the perfect strategy. They miss out because they're living in fear. They don't even step into the arena where rejection can happen. And Jim Rohn, who influenced a generation of entrepreneurs, taught the law of averages. He said if you talk to 10 people, one will say yes. If you talk to 100, now you've got 10 yeses. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You don't eliminate rejection, you outwork it. Let me share a quick story from early in my cold calling career. There was a stretch where for 2 straight weeks, I couldn't close a single deal. Hundreds of calls every day and nothing was landing. Most people would have quit. I remember sitting in my car one night staring at the steering wheel thinking, why am I even doing this? This is hell. But something in me said, just show up tomorrow. And that next week, everything turned around. I closed 3 deals in a single day, and those deals changed my year financially. The lesson was simple. If you can survive the rejections, the breakthroughs eventually come. It's the same with cold approach. You can go out 10 days in a row, feel like you're getting nowhere, and then on the 11th day, you meet someone who completely shifts your trajectory. But you'll never get to day 11 if you quit at day 10. And this may sound strange, but I think rejection itself is a kind of therapy. Every time you put yourself out there and it doesn't work out, you're teaching your brain that it's not fatal, that you can survive, that you can even thrive afterward. And the more you do it, the lighter rejection feels. You stop taking it personally. You stop seeing it as a wound and start seeing it as a workout. Earl Nightingale, another classic speaker, once said, "Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. the time will pass anyway. Think about that. The time is going to pass whether you approach or not, whether you make the call or not, whether you face rejection or not. So why not spend that time building resilience instead of regret? Now, I want to zoom out. Life itself is one long series of tests. And the test isn't about whether you can win every time. The test is whether you keep coming back after losing. That's the exam. Can you show up after rejection? Can you return to the game when it would be easier to stay home? And if you want to push yourself in this area, if you want accountability and people around you who are actually doing cold approach and not just talking about it, check out my day game group. The link is in the bio. We share stories, we hold each other accountable, and most importantly, we celebrate the rejections as much as the wins, because we know that's the fuel that builds real growth. So here's my challenge to you. Embrace rejection. Not as a punishment, but as proof that you're alive, that you're in the arena, that you're honoring something ancient in your DNA. See it as beautiful. Pay respect to the ones who came before you by continuing to step into challenge rather than away from it. Because the rejections will never disappear, but the person you become by facing them is what this whole thing is really about. The real-life test isn't whether you can land the perfect date or the perfect client every time. The real-life test is whether you can keep coming back to the game.